because of what my dad said. And I was like, I'm gonna do this for X amount of time. Then I got to that time and I was like, it's something bigger than that. For me, at least it was. And so I had to fight back, you know what I mean? I couldn't negotiate with myself. And even Jeff Gold, my sponsor, he's like, are you gonna be able to not drink during COVID? Are you still not drinking? When you make a commitment, that's the day your life changes. And I was like, I'm committed right now to not drinking. I'm committed to my goals. My goals are bigger than drinking. My relationships are bigger than not drinking. And it's like, I have to shoot back, you know, I have to take it personal. And it's like, what do you need to do to get your fire burning again? And I don't know what that is. What is it? Because I will tell you this, it's easier to keep a fire going than to let that fire go out. And for me, I'm calling it 2.0 for myself because I've had to upgrade myself. I've got big results from making $300 a week to selling 24 houses my first year, to becoming a team leader, to taking over a brokerage, to taking over the expansion piece of it, to starting a coaching company, all of that stuff. But where I'm at, what got me here today was the old Adam. What's going to give me to 5,000 agents? What's going to give me to 10,000 agents? I'm growing in Canada. I have big goals. Isn't me today? And I might have to keep developing myself. And so I can blame it on a lot of different things. I can blame it on, my dad passing away. I can blame it on, I went through a divorce since I've joined here after 20 years. I lost my operation manager, died within 30 days too, just like a couple of years ago. And it was a very big piece of my business. I can blame it on all that stuff, right? And it's like, no, whenever I'm frustrated or things aren't going my way, I haven't learned something. I need to get better, right? I need to do the inner work. Nobody can have influence over me or master me if I've already mastered myself. And so over the last year, I made a personal, at least between me and me, to become Bailey 2.0, right? And I'm building my empire. Who wants to build their empire?
Yes.
All right, so a lot of it has to do with production. So I'm going to skip through, and you guys got a lot of documents, so we're going to burn through a lot of slides fast. But how to expand your business with these proven systems that's allowed us to close 20 to 30 homes week in, week out without fail since 2014. And I don't know if you're an entrepreneur, the owner in your business. I don't know if you're a manager. I don't know if you're the technician, a new agent. So hopefully I'm going to bring a little bit of value to each one of these categories. But you can't do anything without leads. You can't do anything without listings. So you have to set up a campaign that's going to create leads, and hopefully it's listing leads consistently, okay? Well, where are the listing leads at? I don't know if you have a big budget, little budget, is to start with expired, FISBOs, things like that. I would work in and incorporate the offline strategy. Everybody's got away from the offline strategy in the written word. And I think if you could have the 1-2 punch with that, you're gonna, versus somebody just dialing and say, hey, did you receive any of my literature outlining my aggressive marketing plan? I keep seeing a postcard, I throw it away, you're sitting on the counter. At least positions you from a place of authority when you get a hold of them. We just heard a lot of agents are getting out of the business, right? Well, there's going to be a lot of agents that's still in the business that aren't going to be listing homes accordingly for where the market's at. And so this is going to be a big pillar this coming year. And so I would start there. And Banks.io, I'll write that down. And it's a company that I'm using in terms of some of the AI stuff with the handwritten postcards, and then how you can systematically automate a lot of that stuff where it's easy for you. The business, Google My Business, 56% of business owners have not claimed their profile yet. And I don't know if you guys have got this set up or not, but how many would love to get listing leads, calling them, come list my house? I would build your profile out with this, and this number right here, where 24% of people that land on that page end up calling the business owner. Okay, and so being able to post on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all these other places, I would prioritize Google above all of them right now. And I would start posting videos on your TikTok page. I'd start leaving reviews. I would start spending a majority of my social time through your Google My Business page and start ranking a little bit higher. It's free, it's organic, and if 27% of people are calling that land on that page, and it's about buying or selling real estate, I definitely would focus a little more on that. It's like the new frontier. Being able to take your KB core account and not just market the IDX feed in the simple landing page, but create more landing pages. You're gonna have to get more leads and create a bigger net just to talk to more people to sift and sort. we know deals are down, right? It's like, okay, so we're gonna have to make the net wider. And there's tons of different ways that you could go, like door knock, you could do like cold calling, but I want just pick one, like become an expert. What is like a niche? Like for me, I got a guy that was my old broker, and he's focused on senior citizens, and we built a program around that and coined a phrase, and he's killing it even with the postcards and the tracking with the QR codes and all that stuff. But you know, he's focused on one thing, and so whatever that one niche is, go deep in it, become the expert, become like that trusted advisor, and then add the next one in, right? Because sometimes we gotta take a step back and less is more. But being able to prospect, sell, and negotiate, this is just the time we're in. And so it's like we're a prospecting-based business that's enhanced by marketing. And but being able to create these optimized landing pages, it's like you could trade leads all day long, but what is leads? Nothing. We're gonna have to pick up the phone and call these people, build relationships, and go through a cash conversion cycle with them, and then being able to create invisible funnels. And so invisible landing pages, invisible funnels are like your messenger. When people communicate with you through your business messaging, your personal, it's like you can start zapping them in to your CRM through ManyChat and through a Zap. And so it's like if you don't have money to generate leads, you don't have money to buy leads, whatever. Here's some referral sites. I'll take a picture of it where you can like start to generate leads like pay for play. All right. We give a lot of these out to people in our network that can't afford leads or whatever. So this can get at least a cash conversion at least started, right? And then when you can learn how to generate these leads on your own, you're not going to have to pay the referral fee. One of my partners, he has his loan officers pay him to prospect and set agents for his loan officers sets appointments for agents. And I was like, hold on, your loan officers pay you to set appointments and you hold them accountable? And he's like, yeah. And so being able to get co-marketing deals done with lenders to help drive down costs, even though hopefully Success Lending is in your area or wherever they're out with that, I would start using them as well. But if you're generating leads, whether it's with your ISAs, carrying costs with your pay-per-click advertising budget, inside of that folder is a RESPA approved. I've been through a lot of compliance departments, got approved, I don't know, probably like 15 major times. And so I can show you how to get that done. And there's other third-party companies out there like OpCity and this company will show us, they coach us on how to hack the algorithm. Because there's an algorithm and people are like, OpCity leads suck even though they're free, whatever. It's like you just haven't mastered the algorithm to stay top of the algorithm to be able to get the good leads. And so there's companies out there that you can pay for success, you can pay for leads now, all of that fun stuff. And being able to have an ISA department, inside sales team, once you start generating all these leads to help you consistently kick out like 16 appointments a day or whatever, that's like what you need to focus on is inside sales, right? Before the market shift happened, people would come in the top of the funnel. It's like, you ready to go see houses? Boom, you're out in the field writing 20 offers, right? Or whoever can upload the listing for the most amount of money got the listing. Now we have to build real relationships, get them to the middle of the funnel, get them to the bottom of the funnel, and go through that cash conversion cycle of that 6 to 18 month mark. And so inside sales and data management is important, but then if we're just gonna hammer the phone, we know that contact rates are going down every single year, right? You guys don't answer your phone from random numbers calling you, or it's like, I don't know, or spam, right? And so being able to sell digitally through video and other means is important. And having a program like this set up, this is what we're coaching right now. We're live in our group in Top Agent Experts, showing people how to set up a past client raving fans program. Seeing Michael Mayer here is really taking the 7 levels of communication and building out a predictable model where you can have repeat referrals coming in off your top 150 people that know you, like you, and trust you, right? And you're right. And you're throwing parties for them, you're investing in them, right? And on average, when we took this program and built it, a lot of teams, a lot of top agents are using it, and on average generating leads for $180 a pop. So if your mom was able to give you a referral, how many times would you pay for that $180 or $1.80? It's a bunch, right? And so I have a buddy who does about 400 units a year. All he does is run a program like this. He doesn't pay for leads, doesn't run a big database management. With new incoming stuff, he just manages and loads on the database of past client and referral business. Now, also live chat is huge, but a lot of people want to set up live chat with the bot. And it's like, for us in 2016, live chat become the #1 behind radio, the #1 appointment source for us. You want to be able to make your website sticky and communicate with them with humor, like take on what Wendy's was doing or whatever, because most people, like, they think it's a bot, it's automated or whatever. And we would run live chat for 12 hours a day in our ISA department. And our partners and people that we show them how to get set up with this, they kill it with that. And so become a resource on your website because lead conversion is a big issue in this game. And you can see right here, most companies aren't satisfied with their conversion numbers. And it's like, leads are horrible or leads are bad. They're created differently. And it's like, we can go to the internet and start generating a bunch of leads right now, but the quality of them is going to be like lower than, you know, maybe a marketing campaign or some of our branding or our SOI, we call it our RAMS program or something like that. And so just understanding the quality of how to build those out is really going to differentiate yourself in terms of like understanding that cash conversion cycle to show other people that same exact thing. Like we would convert leads that were 4 years old, 3 years old. Like who follows up with leads that are 3 years old? And it's like, but we understand and we would build out the to-dos, we're building out profiles, we have a strategic follow-up with them. And this was me and about 25, 26 other people, Michael Valdez right here. And so I got to experience this stuff, and it was because I focused on the things like that, the lead conversion, the production side of it, the details inside the databases, to be able to create leverage to buy time back for myself. And you know, being able to create experiential learning in the call center to be able to train these people, this is what we were able to do. And so we would have people sink in. You know, hundreds of people throughout the week would sink in on these times and listen to us make live calls. The #1 important stat on this sheet is valid conversation to appointment. That's all you need to focus on. If you scale that number, you're going to be good. Valid conversation to appointments. And you can see if your marketing is good or not whether you thought the conversation went good or not, but it's like if the marketing is working, if that name matches that number to the profile, right? Because you want to be able to depend on systems, not manage people, and let the systems manage the people. And there's 4 different ISA structures that you guys can run, and I'll be more than happy to talk about this stuff offline. With the buy rate, just to be able to have a jumpstart program, and then the 12 to 15 metrics it takes to have a successful buyer agent producing at a high level, 90-day program, the recognition piece to it, because you're not building a business, you're not building systems. What you're doing is developing people to build the systems, to run the systems, because you can't scale a hero. And I learned that really quick. And this is really what Gerbic built here, Assembly Line Real Estate. He's a top teams lead coach. Dude changed my life without a doubt. And you know that was what he was running, and he taught me. He's like, we're in marketing, we're not in real estate. Real estate's just a vehicle in terms of how we make our money. So you want to start creating programs, differentiate yourself with real value, package it inside of your presentations, your addendums, everything. The consistency to that, and being able to show your partners all of this stuff. The 89-point marketing program. Cancel anytime listing agreement, fire me at any time. Like you package all this stuff and then start running it and teaching it inside of workshops and things like that. It has to become an attraction pillar for you, all right? Not just telling, but doing. The execution piece to it is so important. The value, seeing, doing, currently, show and tell. Like that's been a huge piece for our attraction. Because we've already done it. We've learned, we think, we can show other people how to do it, okay? And everything's a handout except generating wealth. Like it is, right? So when you start talking about, how am I gonna make $1 million? How am I gonna build my rev share? It all starts with a personal development and being able to take the things that you don't like about yourself and incorporate them into your life. It's not more positive thinking, it's not more production. I've had to take things that I didn't like about myself or feedback that I was getting from other people, i.e. drinking was one of them, or certain things, and cut it out if I want to become whoever I want to become next, right? And those were big things. And so I'm out of time here, and I got more slides, but I'm just going to leave it here.